Hello and welcome to live number 14. It's the second one for today, so I did one from the train station after a customer visit, numbered live number 13. And my name is is Oren. I'm with OpenLM, and today I want to speak about harnessing your colleagues to help you to achieve a better license utilization. Of course, as someone responsible for the engineering licensing. So this is also an idea that came after the customer visit today. So in some places, I see that license administrators or license managers or sometimes CAD manager keep all the data to themselves. So they are the only one that can access the management system. They can see the utilization, who is using and so on. People are calling them for assistance if there are problems, but they are the only one that can get a good overview about everything. And sometimes they challenge our customers and say, why don't you let other management members, department manager access the interface of OpenLM, and so they can also query and see what's going on. And in many places they refuse to do it. No, that's my system. And I think that in most places it creates a situation where these people, they don't see the whole picture and they don't really care about what's going on. I just want my licenses. I don't care about your problems. That's your problem to manage it. I just want my licenses and always to get it in time and immediately as I want it. I don't care. And this is, I think, that mostly because they don't have the information. They don't know what's going on. So, what I want to suggest? Okay, so we would like to. So I think as we give wider access and make the information public, people will better understand the requirement of the organization and will be more committed to use it in a friendly way. So let's start with the manager and stakeholders and other stakeholders. So I would recommend to send weekly reports, and we have the tools to do that. So what was the total utilization, maybe in the whole organization? What's the utilization in your department? What did you use? How many denials you have? How much time licenses were kept idle? What's the cost? If you translate it to costs, it's very efficient. So time is not really clear. So everything that gives a quick and easy understanding to the manager. Okay, I was more efficient or less efficient. It's always a good idea to compare it to some kind of average or a target that we wish to be, because, okay, see the number, it's 30%, so what? But if you say our target is 50% and we scored 35 this week, so it says something and it's very clear to understand. Um, I, I think, and it's possible technically in our software, to give limited access to as many people as possible so they can access the interface of the software and see what is fine to allow them to access. So you don't want everyone to change the allocations, but getting the reports at least on what's relevant for them, why not? So this is possible and easy to implement. Dashboards are very efficient. So if you can put a dashboard somewhere, and maybe another dashboard that is accessible on the network to anyone that wants to access it. And it shows different parameters, how many licenses in use, what's the utilization rate, how many denials, and so on. Simple figures. And again, always compare it to something, and it should be changing. So every day a user that's looking is getting used to see, okay, we did better, we did, how well we did this week. End users are also very important. End users of the engineering software, they shouldn't be in the dark. So, for example, in OpenLM, we give an agent that allows them to right-click and see who is using the software, the feature they need. So they can even communicate with them. They can see how many are available and so on. The more information they have, the less support calls we get. We need less people to handle this. And overall, it helps. It improves the processes. So less time, less engineering time is lost. And we can consider also, we said, dashboard, okay, everyone can access. Why not? It's no damage in that. And what is very, very efficient, but requires some more work, is to give maybe a weekly report, personal, for each user. Okay, this is what you used this week, like maybe 20 hours of Autodesk license usage. Out of the 20 hours, you were active for 14 hours. So 6 idle hours, you could release the license. And if the user is getting used to see it, he can improve over time, and he understands that this is something that creates a problem for the organization. If this doesn't help, we can always use shaming. So maybe publish a table that shows the top 10 license hoogers in the company. So John Doe hoogered the licenses for 40 hours this week. I'm sure that John wouldn't want to see his name on the top list, on this top list, next week. So this is also possible, and maybe the opposite might be better even, to say, okay, these people were mostly using the licenses most efficiently. John used 30 hours and was active for more than 95% of the time. Yes, that's not acceptable or legal in some places. So privacy rules prohibit tracking the activity of users. So need to check the legal status within the specific country, company, what's company policy, and find the right policy for this organization. So to summarize, I think if as a license manager or any role responsible for license management, you don't want to stay alone with this, share the information with everyone it's possible. Thank you for listening and wish you a good day.
בוא, אני אתן לך הנאה. בוא מהר.